What's going on? It's your boy Got by 2009. Got another good one for y'all today. Just let me get straightened up here. I think that's okay. I think that's good. I appreciate all the love. Thank you for supporting my last video. I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much. Give everybody time to come in. I hope everybody had a good week so far. I hope everything going well. I know it's been a lot of stuff going on, but I'm gonna still keep it consistent with y'all. I appreciate all the love. Please like as you enter the chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let me see. And this is going to be about. It's going to be about a lot of things, but I named it Scorpio a hard lover because when you deal with us, you're dealing with a man of many extremes. You're dealing with a person with a strong personality. You're dealing with a man that's extremely mysterious, a man with a very strong, stern exterior. You're dealing with a man with many, many deep emotions and deep characteristics. So I'm gonna go into this for y'all a little bit. Y'all make sure y'all like as y'all enter the chat room. Thank you, Sky 11 Hook, Opel, Watt, Mover. Hey Mover. Hey, let me see. Hey, I don't know, I keep messing your name up, but you start with an F, Remy. I don't know what you have to break that down for me what it says again. I know you done told me before. Hey Sky 11 Hook. Hey Nina Moore. Hey Tiara Indigo. Hey Nina, I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Hey Opel. I appreciate it. Hey Naturally Me. Hey Sarah, what's going on? Y'all make sure y'all like as y'all enter the chat room. I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much. Just giving everybody a little time. Hey Remy. Okay, I said it. Okay. What's going on, Remy? I appreciate all the love. But this particular one and is going to be about the personality and the hard characteristic traits of a Scorpio man because when you're dealing with us, I'm trying to make sure I just even out. I'm just trying to make sure it's good for y'all. So y'all excuse me. I don't know. I'm still trying to learn. So y'all excuse me for all that. I'm still trying to get it balanced. Okay. One thing you got to realize when you're dealing with us and when you're dealing with a Scorpio man is you're dealing with a person of many different extremes, and you're dealing with a man of many different personality traits. You're dealing with a person that really doesn't deal with a whole lot of people. We don't really. It's not because we are funny and funny at the individuals are weird individuals, but we are very protective over who we are because we are people of many many strong emotions. We when we involve with somebody and when we deal with somebody, even if you see it as on a light level or as on a friendly level, we don't really do anything halfway. So whether you dealing with him her, whether it's a Scorpio male or a Scorpio female, whether you're dealing with either one of them, you're dealing with a person of very very serious character. You're dealing with a very person with a very clear point of view that has a very strong mindset, a very strong spirit. You know what I'm saying? So when you're dealing with them, don't think it's gonna come off as being some. He's gonna just like I tell y'all all the time because I have to really let y'all know this. Don't think he's gonna come off as some immediate open book. Don't think he's gonna come off as being somewhat a person that you can just automatically have at the end of your finger. He's not gonna be like the average Mr. Thirsty person. You know, I had to talk to one of my viewers the other day, and I told her, he's not gonna chase. He will put certain things, when it comes to something that we really want, we'll put certain things as a priority. But when it comes to somebody wanting us or being in a relationship with them or approaching them, he's going to do more study and then approach before he even approaches. He's the type that really you can't judge it. We know the saying. We know that most people always say the saying, you can't judge a book by its cover, but we really live by that. We don't judge a book by its cover. We take the time to glance into them and study them and get to know them. But if you already at that point where he's dove right into the conversation, he's opened right up to you, he's approached you, that means you have some qualities about yourself. It's something special about you. It's something different about you. That is something you have a certain unique individual style about yourself. You have a certain unique spirit. You know what I'm saying? We love people with that's you know a lot of people, a lot of women, especially women, a lot of y'all ask me what do Scorpio men really look for in a woman. I made videos about it, but I can briefly say something about it. We look for a woman with a special characteristic. We look for a person with all those original down home type of personality traits. We don't like we not really into the new age, new millennium type of woman. We like certain things about the new millennium woman that's okay as far as her intellect, certain things like that. But we like a woman with natural feminine qualities, natural womanly qualities, strong personality trait, a woman that's really intelligent, a woman that has a very unique style about herself, a woman that's not scared to be herself, a woman that's not scared to be be cool with you, not scared to take some jokes about herself, a woman that can look into all scopes, like a woman that has a certain almost a certain aspect, like we look at, be able to look at the whole thing, a woman that can look at the whole picture, a woman that can really you know um with high intelligence, with a big heart. If you have a big heart, you don't even have to always say the perfect things, but if you have a certain loyalty and certain honesty about yourself and a certain genuality about yourself, you would definitely win his attention. You would definitely be under his scope. I know a lot of you say, "Oh, I barely said two words to him when we first met." And my husband, when I first met my husband, my Scorpio husband, I barely said anything to him to get him to like me. I barely even, made myself visible to him. But that don't matter. Once we spot you, we spot you. We only need to spot you. We only need to spot you one time to know that if we have a certain connection or certain we the most fanciest things, he's not going to have to have a billion meet and greets with you, but he will be studying you. That's why I say at times he will take his time, because we will look into you, we will see what you all about, we will try to get to know you. And even to the people I met, even from a young age, I realized that all of them had really different personality, even though they were very different as far as culture, maybe ethnicity or whatever. It's like they all had these special qualities about themselves that that are very very different from the norm. So we look for somebody that's they call us a unicorn. We look for other unicorns. So whether you realize it or not, if you are with a Scorpio, you've been with him for a while, it's because you try to figure out, what is it about me? I know he told me he liked these certain things, and he tell you a couple of cookie cutter descriptions that make you be like, nah, it's that ain't it. He tells me it's because it is, but I don't think it's that. It's because your personality, it's the spirit of who you are. It's everything about you. We look at the whole picture. So if you have a strong personality, you have a very distinct way of handling yourself. You have a very distinct beauty, something very different, something very organic, something very natural, whether it's long, beautiful black hair, long, beautiful, blonde hair. It could be anything. You have certain color in your eyes. You have a certain, even if you could be you could be short, little teeny woman, and he see that quality in you. You be like, I'm just a little teeny woman. It's other women that's taller than me. That's and he don't see that. You got to understand when he look at you. You know, understand this. I know a lot of times you will get to the point where he'll say, okay, he's kind of sometimes. I get different stories for y'all, so I got to go through every scenario. So I know sometimes y'all say, "Oh, he's my particular Scorpio is very obsessive. He's very intense. He's very jealous. You know, he's very. Why is he like that? Why doesn't? Why is he don't relax? Why is he so stern? Why is he so serious? You got to understand. Y'all make sure y'all like as y'all enter the chat room too. I only see 13 likes. I seen 20 of y'all in here. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like as y'all enter. Don't leave me hanging. I know I ain't mentioned it, but y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. I appreciate it. But you know, oh man, I don't make almost lost my place. Y'all give me a second. What I was about to break down to y'all. I was about to break down to y'all about something. Um, cause one of y'all, what I was about to, I was about to break something down to y'all. Okay, yeah, now I remember when he's dealing with you. When we dealing with a person, you know, I know a lot of times we get the, you know, we get slapped for being obsessive or being very intense, but the reasons is because you know when we're dealing with a person, even I don't care if he can be you know whatever you know far as you know outward appearance, even though you probably be like, oh he's so handsome or he got the good look, so he probably got you know this you know he probably so used to you know women or whatever, but at the same time you got to understand is when we dealing with you, we don't see nobody else. When you're dealing with a Scorpio, I don't care if he looks like he can have any girl in the world. When we're dealing with somebody, we don't know how to divide it up like a piece of cake. You know what I'm saying? It's like with our energy, we don't know how to divide it up like that. Even if we do, it's weird. You know what I'm saying? It's all on you. Our eyes is focused on you. Even if he's not talking to you, even if he's not being verbal with you, even if you seem like he's being very distant, even if it seems like he's being very apprehensive about the relationship, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand that he only sees you. That's why a lot of times he's going to get jealous. He's not jealous as far as being petty, but we don't like to play around with nobody, you know, when it comes to, you know, anybody that we involve in. We're very protective. You know, we're very it's all about respect with us. You know, with the Scorpio, it's all about respect. So we you know we are very we might get you know at times he might get very obsessive because we do not put anything lightweight. We don't do anything halfway. We don't do a light jog through the park. We the type that do a sprint, a heavy sprint through the park. You know what I'm saying? We the type that you know if a Scorpio lift weights, he gonna lift weights until his arms fall off. If we do push-ups, we gonna do push-ups till our arms fall off. You know, when we do drills until we can't even get up off the floor. You know what I'm saying? We doing all the drills until like you know we are people of extremes. We are a person of high intensity. So it's nothing that's gonna be done in a half wit. There's nothing gonna be done in halfway. Y'all make sure y'all like as y'all enter, cause I see a lot of people that was in here and weren't liking the video. Y'all make sure y'all like and show that support. Um, if you want to donate, please hit the link. I'll make sure I put the link in. If you want to show some love, make sure you check out my last couple of videos if you haven't seen them yet. If you want to reach out to me, go on my Facebook. It's God Body Channel. You can send me a friend request, and we can do it like that. Or you can just hit me up on my email, and I'll reach out to you. I'm telling y'all. I know y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all all the time because I know a lot of people are just coming to my page. A lot of y'all are new to me, and not y'all just starting to get familiar with me or whatever. But you got to understand that I'm very different when it comes to a lot of Scorpios for many different reasons. But the main reason is because you know I made it. I've been able to go through that heartache and pain and you know through the tragedies and stuff in order for me to you know person in order for to have this experience and these stories and this and you know these little teachings to tell y'all because I've been through a lot of storms. You know, it's one thing about Scorpio is we go through a whole lot as individuals. You know, and I was quiet, just like most Scorpios are. I was very withdrawn. I didn't really like to. I always had something to say, but I didn't like dealing with people of younger generations. It sounds weird, but I didn't like talking to people under the age of 60 years old. I didn't like dealing with people under the age of 60 years old at the age of 9, at the age of 8. I didn't want to talk to, I love my parents, I love my mother, I love my aunts, I love my uncles, but I never really felt understood by people of younger generations. I felt more understood by my great grandmother, by my grandmother, by my great great uncle, who was in his 90s, who was born during the late 1800s. These are people that I had mental stability, mental stimulation, mental social, whatever you want to call it. Like that was my social circle. These are the people that I learned from. That's why I have such a peculiar way of approaching things. That's why I have such a peculiar way of talking to y'all. That's why I'm very different and in tune with a lot of stuff because I always hang around old people. I was always up under some old person or elderly. I don't even like to call it old, but I like to call it elderly, experienced person. I always like to be under experienced person. That's why a lot of times you will see a Scorpio be with the a older female. It's not uncommon for an older woman to like a younger female. I mean, a younger Scorpio, and a lot of them tell me, I feel weird because he's so young, but at the same time, it's not weird because he's spiritually, yeah, physically he's young, but spiritually his mind is much more ahead probably than yours. He bring up stuff that you never heard of. He'll bring up music that you never listened to. He'll talk about things that you never been in tune with because we're very different. We're very very different. You know what I'm saying? Very different. Scorpio child would be the type of child that everybody else, all the kids will be playing. And I see it even with my little tiny baby niece, like she could play by herself when they be like, oh, he's by himself, or he's playing by himself, or look at the little baby been playing by himself for 3-4 hours. But they don't realize that baby is in heaven. That baby is in his comfort zone. He doesn't want no other children playing around. He doesn't want to share his toys. He doesn't want to be bothered by other adults. He doesn't. These are introverted. We are introverted from the very beginning. So if you see your child being separate. I see your child being distant away from the crowds, and you're trying to force him to socialize. Are you trying to force him to a social group? Are you trying to force them to have certain friends? Let them be who they are. They if they're introverted, let that child be introverted. Unless it's getting to the point where it's personally unhealthy to that child personally, who cares about who else is healthy for? Who cares how it affects anybody else? If your child is prospering and happy being introverted, let that Scorpio child be introverted because that's our natural comfort zone. That's our natural habitat. Being by if they they're gonna eventually branch off and do their own thing, but in that stage as a child, they're basically building themselves. We're basically learning everything, and we're very introverted because um we don't want interferences of our personality. We don't want any interferences while we're building ourselves, while we're learning everything. We want to learn everything hands on. So I always had a deep understanding to talk to people and to teach people and to motivate people, but I just didn't know how to really break it down to this. I didn't realize it was so many people that really wanted to hear things like this, that really want to talk about real serious stuff. Because I could have did this when as a little as a young child and still been able to be understood by y'all a lot of times because that's how I was. Uh, Let me see. Make sure I break this, get this straight for y'all. Give me a second. I'm gonna put my links in. I haven't figured out to put my links in. If y'all can, make sure y'all show some love. Please make sure you like as you enter the chat room. Thank you so much. Oh, it's messing up. And I be serious about this. Like, y'all got to understand when we deal with something or do something, it's very serious. Like, I don't even eat when I'm doing this, yo. Like, I wanted to be 100% straight to the word, straight to the truth, straight to what I'm talking about. No, no, because you know how the old school cats be like that boy hungry. He you ain't hungry enough for it. You ain't hungry. You literally got to be hungry for this. You got to literally have something to say. I can't a man that got his belly busting over his belt he can't tell you about being hungry. He can't tell you but so much about suffering, about being about going to the so I literally gotta fast when I'm doing this, when I'm talking to y'all, because I got to get to y'all for real. I can't sugarcoat it. One thing about Scorpio, when we do stuff, we do it for real, man. We don't just be doing stuff to be seen. I just say we did it. Like, I don't even tell half the people that be around me that I built my own little thing, and I don't go brag. I don't go around talking like that. I just do it. I just move by action. The people around me that are real close, like to me, like this, know about it. But a lot of people that they don't. I don't go around, talking about what I'm doing. Y'all the only ones that's in tune with me. So we in tune together. That's one thing about Scorpio. You got to understand when you dealing with us, you got to be in tune. It ain't no halfway. It ain't no playing. We have fun, of course, like have fun, but I'm talking about as far as the serious issues, he's not gonna play around with that. He's not gonna take stuff lightly. But at certain times, you got to understand, you got to have fun. Also, when you're dealing with Scorpio, you got to learn to have fun. You got to realize that he will bust your bubble at times. He will make fun of you. He will pick on you. He will make sarcastic jokes. He will joke. He will pick at you. He will talk about stuff that most people would never talk about. But you got to understand that's the love. It's all out of love. It's not out of being nasty. It's not out of trying to break you down. It's like we having fun. He has a we have a very different, very special type of sense of humor, and everybody doesn't get it. But you got to realize that's how we are. Yes, please make sure you like the video. Make sure you show some love if you can. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Please hit the subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. I'm gonna go through these comments right quick. Oh, Remy, you said I remind you of your Scorpio homeboy. Oh, okay. Hey, Russia T. Oh yeah, y'all. Just like I said, y'all can send me a friend request on God Body. It's called God Body Channel on Facebook. You can send me a friend request. God Body, one word. God Body, second word. Channel. That's it. It's that simple. Let me see. Maria. Hey, Maria Carbardo. What if he what if he says he's single? Does he see multiple women? Well, he's like, even if we see multiple women, it's not we only gonna really fall for under one. You know what I'm saying? We are very personal. We are very in tune. You know how you have a cancer. Cancer is very personable, very close. You know, type of person, very personable. It's gonna be very personal. So we don't we even though he's single, he's still looking to be in that situation. I'm a cancer, and it's instinctive. Looking at a Scorpio man as a cancer woman I can look at him and know what he needs. Absolutely. Cancers are very in tune with us. Even when they can't stand us, they are very in tune with us. I knew a cancer female, me and her were real close friends or whatever. Like, she was very in tune with me. She was so in tune with me, it got on her nerves. She kind of kept a distance away from me because she couldn't play around with. It's like we can't play around with each other. Cancers and Scorpios can't play that game with each other. It's like we know too much about each other. We are too in tune with each other. It's like we can sit in the room quiet and communicate with nobody else knowing what we talking about. We can look at each other a certain type of way and already know what's going on. It's like we very in tune, whether it's Cancer Scorpio friends, whether it's a Scorpio dealing with a Cancer female, whatever. Scorpio has a Cancer sister, a Cancer brother. Like we very in tune with each other. Like this is because that water, we in tune with each other. We flow like that water. You know what I'm saying? So we can go deep. We can go deep in the mind, deep in the spirit, deep in the heart with each other. So a lot of times you right about that, Opel. We very in tune. We very in tune. Let me see. My Scorpio said like he knows what he likes. I was like, are you sure you like me? Because he never looked at me once. No one can tell. Absolutely. We nobody gonna tell. Nobody a lot of times we can look at you and you won't even know it. We could have looked at you for a long time. Thank you so much, Russia T. Y'all make sure y'all donate if you can. I really appreciate the donation, Russia. Thank you so much. We really don't like to we really can it's not like we really trying to hide it all the time. It's certain times I would look at females and want to get their attention, but it takes a certain woman that has a certain presence about herself that will make us want to just be direct and directly approach her. You won't know it. We will study you, and because you know how sometimes you let the woman know too early, and then she start getting like, he thirsty and look, he like me. He always Nah, you ain't gonna be able to do that with us because we gonna be at a certain distance. We'll keep a certain distance. We'll keep a stern face around you. But at times you can see through the stare, but at certain times we won't physically tell you through our mouths that we are interested, that we like you, and things of that nature. We'll keep it to ourselves. Powerful woman, mysterious woman. Been dealing with him for a year and a half. Okay, okay. Hey Kelly, Albie. Let me make sure I say hey to everybody. I really love seeing y'all, man. Tara, Tamara. Hey, what's going on with everybody? But I'm gonna make sure I see everybody what y'all talking about down here. Hey Shata, AKL. Let me see. Yes, you are different. Otherwise, it's darn difficult for Scorpio Man to utter a single line of thoughts. Absolutely, it's hard for a Scorpio Man to. That's a key word. What Shata said. It's hard for a Scorpio to utter a one line of thought. So when you're dealing with him, you got to understand that he doesn't do this with everybody. He's not open with everybody. He don't have conversations and get open and personal with everybody. So you got to understand you're dealing with a man that's very silent most of the time. So if he's opening up to you, then it's a good thing. If she's opening up to you, it's a good thing. Because Scorpio women don't open up to everybody either. Yes, I'm older than my Scorpio, about 7 years. I agree with you, Mr. Elderly people are fun and comfortable to be around. Nah, yeah, you right about that, Shanta. Remy said, nah, I did at first, but I've been year and a half. He don't act his age. Okay. That's my baby. We're 7 years apart too. Yes, I'm older than my Scorpio by 5 years. Yeah, I told you a lot of Scorpio we like dealing with older women because a lot of times we can't find common ground or find equivalent understanding when it comes to women. That they can be the same age, but they have to have a certain wisdom or a certain maturity about themselves, or a certain way they carry themselves. You know, that's why a lot of times you'll see Scorpio with an older person, and a lot of times Virgo women they carry a lot of older women traits of older women. So you see a Scorpio with a Virgo woman. A lot of times you see him with you can see a Scorpio with anything. It's about their mentality, about their maturity, about their wisdom. You know. I was nervous too. I'm happy for you. I know how you feel. I'm 13 years younger than my Scorpio. Been together 9 years. Okay, congratulations, Maria. Girl, don't give up. You need help. Email God body. Yeah, make sure, I don't know which one you talk to, Mova, but yeah, make sure you email me. If you need some help personally, however, according to my knowledge of my Scorpio relatives and close friends, Scorpio people marry younger partners. Mm, not all the time. Not all the time. Um, I'm hold out hope because I feel like he is a past soulmate. Okay. Do Scorpio men like not using the phone because my guy only texts most of the time? I mean, we will talk if you make it known to him that you don't really like it. Because I be telling y'all a lot of times, like you got to be open with him, you got to be real with him, because when you're dealing with him, he's gonna be he's real intense. We are more listeners. We realize that listening is the key because a lot of people don't listen in this life, and a lot of people don't appreciate that art of a person listening. They rather they take offense when you don't talk a certain amount of time, or when you don't hit them up a certain time, but they don't never give you credit for listening. And I bet you if you ask him anything you said, I bet you he can repeat it right back to you. But you'll still beat him upside the head for not talking to you certain time. A lot of you will fault him for not talking, fault him for not opening up. But anytime you reach out to him, or anytime if you pick up the phone and call him, he'll pick right up. If you text him, you know what I'm saying, it's not going to be the same, because I keep like I had to tell a person, she like, what she tell me? What did the woman tell me? She tell me, he gotta call me. I'm the one man. He gotta call me. When it's like pulling words out. I got to like if he's at the point where he got to pull words out to talk to you, is because you don't really have nothing to talk about yourself. If you had something interesting, a topic worth talking about, or something worth him opening up to you about, he will talk to you. He that texting all that texting, texting has no emotion. Texting has no face. Texting, you can't hear laughter through a text. You can't see us. You can't. You know. You can't exchange certain energies through texts. You can't really get a full understanding of a person through a text. There's no emotion. There's no life force. There's no heartbeat in the text. There's no pulse, there's no breath in the text, there's no effort in the text. So if you think you're gonna build some type of understanding off text messaging, you need to get out the new millennium, and you need to go back to the old fashioned way of doing things. Because how you think your grandparents lasted so long? How you think your parents last so long? It didn't start off with no texting, because they wouldn't have been together, because it wouldn't have been no understanding, it wouldn't have been no type of substance there. There's nothing there except for blank words. Jumping up and down? Do I supposed to be connected, emotionally connected to the bill collector now? Nah, it don't work like that. Let me see. Do Scorpio man like not okay, yeah, I read that one. Thank you so much, Nina. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit the hey star Lala. I want to email you definitely. Okay, just email me. What do you yep, Virgo woman here with Scorpio man. Oh, you erased something. Scorpio men love music. Absolutely. We love music. We love intense things. We love things. We appreciate the art of living. Man, I know that sounds weird, but we appreciate the music. We appreciate like a Scorpio, even though he might be young, a Scorpio will be the type that will go to a we will go to a symphony and sit at a symphony and listen to the strings and violins and the dramatic. He'll go to a Broadway play and look at we like dramatic. We like things that just stick out, that just like different, that like just way different. We'll go through any we'll try anything. He the type that will jump over the through the waterfalls when you go overseas, and you can jump in the waterfalls and jump in the river, skydiving. Like we do stuff like that. We'll try stuff like that. We love instruments. We love it because music has passion. It has emotion. It has intensity. It has all the things that a Scorpio will look for. It has a vibration. It has a message. It has a meaning. Let me see. My Scorpio male friend is singing "Prototype" by Andre 3000. It was so good. But I don't think, oh, okay. But I don't think they like being tied to the phone. Absolutely. Hey, Miss Marzelli. Hey, Forever Evolving. Let me see. Oh, okay. I need to go up because I skipped a lot of stuff. I appreciate it, Remy. I'm glad you love the channel. Is that a bad thing? I'm pursuing a cancer. No, that's not a bad thing. Hey, Takara. Hey, cancer people love the idea of being in love. They care about belongingness. Yeah, absolutely. I feel connected with cancer women. Yeah, that ain't nothing. Yeah, that's normal. That's definitely normal. Y'all make sure y'all like as y'all enter the chat room also. Oh my God. Yes. This older cancer lady at work noticed a young Scorpio man at her work. She's like, stop playing. She can read him. What do you mean, like, stop playing? What do you mean, stop playing, Maria? I'm reading your story. What do you mean by that? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like. Takara, Scorpio men are confusing, mysterious, and addictive. Yeah, we can be confusing. We can be confusing because, like I told you, it's not going to happen like an open book. You're gonna have to take time. You're gonna have to actually learn from scratch. It's not going to be something you're gonna be able to call like the back of your hand. You're gonna have to go through it. You're gonna have to learn a lot of stuff. You're gonna learn a lot of stuff about yourself. You're gonna learn a lot of stuff about really being in a real relationship. He's not gonna give you um, some cakewalk. He's a very real, loving, loyal, trusting individual. Once we get to know you, once we get that deep into you, but you got to really take that time and put in that effort. Maria, yes, Scorpios don't like to talk. We rather text. We'll talk if you talking about some real stuff. We will talk to you. We definitely will talk if you have something deep to talk about. But it got to be something heartfelt. But I don't think they like being. Okay, make sure I got it. I was a year older than the Scorpio man I dealt with. Okay, he acts like he's listening. He's not listening, but repeats everything I wanted him to do a week later. Absolutely, that's what we do. We definitely listen. Yeah, we don't really get into Texas too much, but we do text. But if you have that understanding, you have that relationship where y'all talk and y'all have that established, love for each other, where y'all understand each other, then he'll open up to you. He won't mind texting you and stuff once y'all have a deep understanding. But you can't skip no steps. They do that. I don't know why. Maria, that's true. They answer fast or not at all. They don't want to talk small. No, we don't like small talk. He's not gonna want to talk about stuff that's normal, stuff that's y'all make sure y'all like. I see 39, only 25 likes. It's a lot of y'all in here that's not liking the video. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, hit that thumbs up. Um, let me make sure. I wouldn't call it disappear. No one noticed it, but the cancer lady. Like when he walks away, like she knows he's playing a joke or something or slacking. Oh, okay, okay. We don't disappear. We sit back and wait. Absolutely. Yes, why Scorpio said he don't, but he's always calling. Um, hmm. He's and y'all try not to be cursing, and when y'all write stuff out, y'all try not to be cursing. Um, but I mean, you ain't gotta be PG 13, but just just try not to be vulgar. If you we can do that behind the scenes, but just not why we up here. Yes, why my Scorpio said he don't mess with me, but he's always calling. Yeah, you probably do get he don't mean like he don't like you, but you probably get on his nerves a little bit. But he still appreciate the qualities, and he knows your heart deep inside, so he appreciates you for the person you are. But it's just he probably get on each other's nerves sometimes. But he at the end of the day he still appreciate being around you. Let me see. Thank you so much. Yeah. Make sure I hit that email if you wanna discuss, have advice. Y'all make sure y'all donate also if you can. Let me see. Texting and talking on the phone is nothing like being together with each other. Yeah, you right about that. Forever evolving. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all like as y'all enter. Hey, DV, I just left. Go. What you mean by that, DV? Let me see. Has anyone experienced like when you think of your Scorpio, then he's calling like it's psychic ability? Absolutely, that happens all the time. We do call a lot of times when the person is thinking about us. We will call you. It is kind of it will shake you up, and it will happen quite often, more than usual. We will pop up on you and call you, and you won't even expect it. Let me go back up because I skipped a couple of. Let me see, DV. I just let go. Not Scorpio. I do believe there are still good Scorpio men out there. No, okay. What happened? That's what happened to me this morning. I was thinking about him, and then I went to IG and saw that he had just liked the picture. Absolutely. We are very in tune with the person. That's why I say when you're dealing with him, understand that he's very serious. Understand that if he's just in the beginning, like a person, like one girl told me he been talking for 2 months and she said he ain't moving fast enough. He ain't taking enough initiative, and she just met the man in December. I'm like, you barely even get to know each other yet. You're not even giving him a real considerable amount of time to even get to know each other. It's like that. It's like give him an opportunity to get to know you, get to hardly that's not even people work side gigs longer than that. You know what I'm saying? So get the man opportunity to get to know you, get to build with you. So you got to really take down, and you got to understand he loves hard, so he's not going to just jump into a situation. He's not going to just be bothered with anybody. He's not just going to deal with any relationship. He give him an opportunity, let him build. Understand that he loves hard, so he's not going to just let anybody in his heart, let anybody in his sector, let anybody be called his homeboy, let anybody be called his homegirl, his wife, his girl, his woman. He's not just gonna let anybody come around him, because a lot of people are not trustworthy. A lot of people not real. That's why a lot of times I give people. A lot of times people say, Scorpio, we will stiff arm people in the beginning, but it's times maybe with women, but with trying to make friends and try to make build homeboys, and be cool with dudes. We try to give dudes the opportunity, and be cool, and try to be brothers and build a brotherhood with certain people. But it's like most of the time we get slapped in the face once we us trying to be friendly to people. We always It's like somebody, they always want to try us, or they always want to get the worst out of us. So it's like, nah, we don't like dealing with everybody. We don't trust everybody. But when it comes to dealing with females, he would take longer, because he needs to get to know you. He definitely got to take the time to get to know you. They test our patience, and they are super masculine. Yeah, and a lot of people, he gonna want to see. if you can handle his masculinity, is because everybody can't handle that. Everybody don't appreciate that. I can feel his thoughts and presence. It has happened multiple times as if we were connected. Has anyone experienced this? Has anyone experienced like Scorpio will? What do you mean, Maria? Hey, Miss Rain. We live in different countries and he doesn't text much, but he flies to meet me. He likes to talk in person. Yeah, hey Miss Rain, make sure you email me because I know some of y'all be having some stories, but make sure you email me if you have a real deep situation because your situation sound like you got something more to talk about. So hit me up on the email. Do you see my email? Do you know where it's at in the chat room? If you need it again, I will make sure I get it to you. Yeah, yeah. Just give him time. Definitely, when he finally says he loves you, he will say it. Just give him some time. But your situation sound kind of deep, so make sure you email me. DV. A lot of Scorpio friends are quick to block. A lot of my Scorpio friends are quick to block. It's because a lot of people, just like one dude I grew up with. He was cool. You know, I was being patient with him. I was trying to help him out. You know, dude said he got hit up, and you know, cause we both used to live in this dangerous area, and I was like, you know, I felt sorry for him. He said somebody broke into his car, he had got jacked and all that, so I was showing love. You know what I'm saying? I was breaking bread with him, trying to show him some love, but he tried to he bringing he a Gemini too. He started bringing all these weird people I never seen before. Then tried to act all flamboyant and tried to act all two faced. I was like, you know, I like, bro, you know, I ain't got no pay. I don't have the patience for this. You know, at the end of the day, I just realized I'm gonna just cut him off. I just cut it off. I just blocked this number. I don't ever have to see dude again because I realized that me breaking his jaw, you know what I'm saying, stomping him down to the ground, it's only a waste. It's a waste of my energy. It's gonna make somebody pull over, probably call the people on me. It's gonna get me in trouble. It's gonna be a waste of my time and my energy. I realized cut the losers off. You know, we realized the losers and the low vibrational people from first glance. Certain times it takes a certain number of time. You know, we give people benefit of the doubt, especially if we known you for a while and you never done anything crazy. Some people will wait a long time before they show they craziness to us or show us their worst side. So it's a lot of times we do try to open. We are very welcoming to people, but a lot of times we don't get the right energy in return. I'm like this. I'm doing way better than this fool. You know, he's staying in the PJs somewhere, which ain't nothing wrong with it. If you got to come up, everybody, you got to start from somewhere. You know, all us had to come from a rough background or whatever. But it's like I'm at the point where like I don't have to deal with you. I don't need you. You're not beneficial to me. You ain't you're not cool. You know what I'm saying? You talking about, you know, you got multiple baby mamas and balancing this, and I'm looking at him like he got the nerve to be arrogant and nasty with me, but he the one that's getting jacked and robbed and running to stupid I'm like, I realize we can't put our energy into everybody because it's just gonna bring a bad situation. It's just gonna blow up to a bad situation. It's always these weirdos, these low vibrational weirdos that try to be friends with us. It's like we always can find wonderful women, but when it comes to hanging with dudes, it's only like a handful of dudes that I could say that's real down home down. You know what I'm saying? Most of them are weirdos and just spend time on Facebook and Instagram posting memes and being goofies. Let me see. I have lots of Scorpio friends. It's crazy. They are similar. Yeah, absolutely. Let me see. I'm outspoken and blunt. Only the raw ones. It's always so. I'm not emailing no other man. He is so jealous. I'm not emailing no other man. He is so jealous. Mm. Well, I don't know if you talking about referring to emailing me. Well, if you talking about you need some help and you ain't trying to email, then you don't want no you don't want no help. I'm not. I'm outspoken, blunt Pisces. Should I approach a Scorpio? Yeah, just don't play those Pisces games. Be consistent. Don't be evasive. Don't be all weird and I know y'all how y'all get and y'all get kind of some. I don't feel this. I need to balance this out. I don't know how I want to feel right now, so I'm gonna just sit. No, you can't do that with him. He will leave you and never turn back. A lot of times, Scorpios, we see the Pisces. They'll go in their little world and drift off, and they we don't come after them. We don't do none of that stuff. We just let them and be like, okay, I guess they'll come back, or maybe they won't. The mind of Onyx J. I'm outspoken. Let me okay. Just be consistent with them. Be official. Don't waste this time. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. I appreciate the love. Yeah, yeah, DV, you got to email me, cause y'all got a lot, y'all putting in some stories. A lot of y'all be trying to get out emailing me, but y'all got to email me that stuff. Uh, um, yeah, Maria, some crazy energy. Every price, yeah, thank you. But I really appreciate y'all. I really appreciate all the love. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Make sure you show some love. Make sure you hit that like button. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure you donate if you can. Y'all make sure y'all email me. No, don't need help. Yeah, I hope so. Uh, email email you now. Okay, make sure you email me, and if you don't know what to donate, just hit me up, and I'll let you know what to donate, what it is. And I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Big kiss to all my later viewers and all the fellas. Big pound. I appreciate all the love. Let me see what I had a Scorpio said they hate me after we were intimate. What does that? I don't know. He might be kind of he might be crazy. Only the evolved ones and mature ones vibrate high enough to only. Yeah, we only like to mess with high vibrational people. It's like some Scorpios are negative. Yeah, we don't like to deal with all that crazy stuff. Hey Ginger, hey, what's going on, Ginger? Thank you so much. Yeah, it's like every time I try to get myself up, it's all like these low vibrational weirdos want to come out of nowhere, and then this weirdo he wants some type of empathy for me. I'm like, then you just say you got jacked and your car got broken into you. Then you gonna come around here and act like you got some type of. I'm like, man, get out of here. I hope they split your money in three. I hope they split your money 5 ways. You don't like. See, we ain't trying to be mean, but you making me want to be mean. Shoot. They should have took it. They should have took the stereo. Let me see if I get. Nah, I ain't got none of my joints up here, man. I wanted to show y'all some of my little personal stuff, but I ain't got it with me right now. I thought I did, but I would. Yeah, this is like nah. It's like that's why we have such a protective way about ourselves. And the crazy thing is, I already knew it. It's like I already knew it. I wasn't even. He was lucky for me to be dealing with him with a long handled spoon. I was dealing with him with a long handled spoon where, I call you, here and there, be, second, show you love, blah, blah, blah. But I was something in the back of my head told me don't hang out with him, don't go over his house, don't invite him inside your house, Don't go to nothing he invites you to. Don't have conversations with him that last over 5 minutes. It's like, Scorpio, we already know who to deal with. It's like even the people that turned on me, that end up turning on me at the end of the day, it's like I was already dealing with them with the long handled spoon. My initiative and my discernment already told me these people is wicked. These people are two faced. These people don't have no good in them. It's like you gonna already see it for yourself. You don't have to. It's you don't have to. You supposed to listen. You know, you don't have to. You know, it's not rocket science. It's definitely not rocket science. And it's like it just shook my head. Like I knew this I knew this blockhead was gonna do something stupid. Hi everyone watching all the way from South Africa. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? You gotta show me how to enunciate that. Hey Kelly, hit me up behind the scenes, Kelly. I'll fill you in. I know you just asked me a question, Kelly. Just hit me up, but behind the scenes, and I'll let you know all that good stuff. Thank you so much for ever evolving. I appreciate it. Hey, Latoya 47, thank you so much. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Just know when you deal with this man, he's a hard lover. We intense, whether it's being sensual, on a romantic night, whether it's um our careers, whether it's anything that we doing, it's very serious, it's very intense. So if he seems like he's taking a while, he's just trying to get to figure you out. He's trying to build that trust for you. So just be patient. With that said, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Big kiss once again for y'all that just coming in. I love y'all. I appreciate it. Make sure you watch. Make sure you like my last couple of videos. If you want to hit me up on God Body channel on Facebook. Send me a friend request. It's God Body, one word, second word channel. I love y'all. I appreciate it. Peace out.